Hope everyone is enjoying a good and a healthy day. Welcome back to our English class. Today we are going to start one of the next prose lesson from your syllabus, that is on the rule of the road, written by A.G. Gardner. Actually, this is one of the lesson, you can say that it is related to today's life also, day-to-day's life. How do we get into the trouble with the people, those who don't follow the rules of the road and those who have their own sense of individuality, or you can say independency. So this is in a light-hearted note. This is a very good lesson for understanding, and for the people, those who take the road for granted. They think that the road is their own property and they can do whatever they feel like that. So this is being written in a very nice way by Alfred George Gardner. He has taken birth in 1865 and died in the year 1946. He was a journalist. Journalist means the persons, those who write down for the newspapers, for the medias and all, those are the journalists. And he was an essayist. Journalists normally write down the articles and the news. They report the news into the newspapers, and that needs a task to write down. They know how to write down, how to elaborate the news, how to report the news. So he has got that idea, and because he was a journalist, he was a good essayist as well. And he write always in the pseudonym. Pseudonym means the pen name, the another name, the fake name, or you can say the pen name. For writings, they select one name for themselves, Alpha of the Plough. He wrote his name as Alpha of the Plough, and he used to write down with that pseudonym. He never wanted his own name to be revealed in front of the people for certain reasons maybe. Now, in his writings, we can find the basic truths. As I said just now on the rule of the road, like he discussed the basic needs, you can say the requirement of the life and how the people handle those things, that he taken out into the whatever the essays or the novels or the books, whatever he has written. He mentioned that one in very easy manner. That means the people can understand and relate the lesson to their life. It is normally, his essays are very humorous. Humorous means a touch of comedy would be there, and elegant essays. It is not actually the vulgar ones. It is very elegant, very decent essays, taken a topic, very simple topic, but it could touch to you, and you can get an relation. You can get the relation. Okay, it happens to me also. It is nothing like only in the books or in the readers. You can relate yourself to those essays. So that was his, you can say, for writer, to connect the audience and to touch the, or you can say to catch the nerve of the audience is most important, and he was famous for doing that. So now this is let us start our lesson on the rule of the road. Before going to the depth of the lesson, let me ask you, what are the rights and the duties? People believe that the rights and duties are the two sides of the same coin. One side is the rights, the other side is the duty. I'll make it simpler for you. Like for example, you just think of yourself, like you are getting the food and clothing and shelter at your home. Are you getting or not? Yes, of course you are getting, and you believe that this is your right. This is your right because you belong to the family, because you are a child of those parents. So this is your right to get all those things like food, clothing and shelter, all the basic amenities, even the pocket money, even the new dresses, even the best of the delicacies, whatever you like to eat, from pizza to the kaju katli, okay, whatever you feel like that you can go for, because you think this is my right. And what is your duty? To obey, to maintain the discipline, to follow the rules of the home. There are certain rules at home as well, like when to fill up the bottle, at what time you have to enter the home, like you are not supposed to be late at home, especially for boys. There are certain rules for girls as well. So those are, if you are following those, if you are obeying those, that is your duty. What you are getting, that is your right and duties. Normally people believe that rights, they start asking for rights, but they never think that whether they are performing their duties or not, because as I said, both of them are the two sides of same coin. That means if you do the rights, if you get the rights, you have to do the duties. If you are doing the duties, definitely you will get your rights. So that you have to keep it in mind. But with the rights, do we have certain responsibilities or not? Like what the rights I have told you here, the same rights will take it here. Like the right of eating. As I said, that you have the right to eat at your home. That is your right to eat. Keeping your plate back into the sink, or keeping your glass properly, or filling up the bottle, that is your responsibility. It is not duty, it is responsibility. You are doing your responsibility in a better manner, because being a human being, you need to do all these things. You can say that, okay, I am eating, this is my right, so I will spill all the things over here, I will not clear it out the table, the dining table, I will keep my glass there, I will keep my plate over there after eating, because okay, my right is to eat only. No, that is your responsibility, to keep it in the places wherever it is need, or if there is a rule of washing that plates at home, you have to go, you have to wash it up, because it is not a duty, it is responsibility. You are doing you are taking the right and you are doing your responsibility. So we have to discharge our duties in a responsible manner, and we have to take our rights in a responsible manner. Like I said, like you have the right to get your pocket money from your parents. They are giving you money, but how do you spend that money? It's your responsibility. You cannot spend on certain things which are not allowed at home, or which are not good for yourself, for your future, for your friends, for your relatives. Whatever it is not good, you are not supposed to do that. That is your responsibility. So taking the right and observing the rights, but not taking it responsibility is wrong. So you would have to do both the things, rights and with the responsibility. Now about the rule of the road. What is the rule of the road? There are certain markings on the rule of the road. I think from your 6th standards you are studying in social studies about traffic rules and traffic safety. One lesson would be there in social to make you well aware of what are the rules and regulations of the road. You have seen the signals, the green signal, the red signal and the orange signal. These signals, what are they meant for? They are meant, one is meant to, like orange signal is meant to wait. Within a moment your signal is going to get clear. That is the green signal. When you get the green signal, you have to start your vehicle. And if there is a red signal, what you have to do? You have to stop your vehicle. And there are certain places where it is written no parking. No parking means there is definitely no parking. If you park over there, what will happen? The traffic police tow your vehicle and it will be deported other place, and you have to go and then fill up the penalty and you have to get it back. If suppose, just imagine if these rules would not be there, like you are on a crossroad, all the four sides, if they have given all the green signals, what will happen? Everybody would get dashed into the another person and the accidents may occur. Now accidents occur because of the, you can say, irresponsible behavior and ignorance and carelessness of the people. Certain places government has issued the guidelines and they have mentioned it, the speed limit should be 40, speed limit should be 20. that speed limit to be observed. But many people, I could not blame only youngsters, because I have seen many of them, those who are middle aged people also, they also drive vehicle very carelessly. They are themselves getting into danger and they are putting others' lives into danger. And sometimes it happens that the red signal is started already, but the people would ignore the signal and they try to cross. Obviously the accident would happen, and the accident would not happen for that purpose, person. It happens to the other person who is coming from the other side, who is obeying the rule also has to suffer, because this person hasn't obeyed the rule. So that means both of the people are interdependent on each other. That means if one is following the rule, the other has to follow. If one is not following, obviously he is dashing into the other person. So there is a need to understand where is the limit to cross the rules, why the rule has been decided by the government, why they have given all these guidelines. You must have seen some footpaths being made on the road, and the divider would be there in the road, on the road itself. Like divider means it can divide both the flow of the traffic, like from one side the people can go, from the other side the people can come. So in between the divider would be there, and at the corner side you can find the footpath. That footpath is known as pavement in a refined way. So here it happens, just he has given the first example is that one of the stout lady, is a little bit shorter and a strongly built lady, she was walking on the road with the basket in her hand, but she was walking on the middle of the road. What she is doing? She was walking on the middle of the road instead of walking on the pavement, instead of walking on the footpath. What do you think? Is she in danger or not? Of course she is in danger, because any of the other driver or cab or any taxi or car or any other vehicle can dash her, can actually make her fall down, because the middle of the road is meant for the vehicles, not for the persons to walk. They have made the place for walking. But when they ask her, madam, why you are walking on the road? Just take the pavement. So she said, I have the liberty to walk. I have the freedom to walk. It is my right. This right. It is my right to walk on the road. Don't you think that it is my liberty, my freedom to walk on the road? Yes, it is your right to walk on the road, but you have to walk on the footpath. That is, walking on the road is your right, but you have to take that right in a responsible manner by walking on the footpath. That is the main thing to be remembered. This is your right, but responsibility is to walk on the pavement. And he has given very nice example, like if a cab driver can drive on pavement, is it? Can he drive on a pavement? That means a cab driver can go on the footpath. Will people accept? Will he get the way to continue his journey? No, of course not. And people will be shouting at him, how dare you to walk, how dare you to drive on the pavement. Pavement is meant for the people to walk. In the same way, when the pavement is made for the people to walk, the middle of the road is made for the vehicles to move. We have to understand this. Liberty, freedom should be there, but you have to use it in certain limits. If we go for individual liberty, it will create the social anarchy. Anarchy means no order, no control. Like if you are going into you think, okay, it's my individual liberty, it's my individual freedom to walk on the road. The other person would think that it is my individual liberty to drive the car on the footpath. Will it be any order, any control on the road? It will be complete chaos, complete anarchy, no social order, no control. Everybody would be doing their own thing and they believe that this is our individual right. It is our right, but we have to be very good and very responsible in discharging our duties as well as taking our rights. So he said the same thing, individual liberty if everybody would take, then it could become the social anarchy. So it's better to take the individual liberty in a responsible manner. Now, next example he has given is police, a symbol of liberty or duty, not of tyranny. Just imagine a traffic police personnel coming in the mid of the road, and he was just extending his hand to show to stop, to make the others go from this side. If he is standing on the middle of the road, you could say, like, look how this police person is standing. He is misusing his dress, police uniform, and he is standing in middle of the road. They won't let me stand. Is it right? People would ask, are you mad? Because police is discharging its duty. It's not taking the liberty in wrong manner. He has the liberty to stand because he has to discharge his duty. If he would not be there, everybody would be dashing to each other. So there is a need for him to stand. You cannot say that it is a tyranny. Tyranny means cruel use of power. You cannot say that this police personnel is misusing his power. You cannot say. And sometimes, I hope everybody you must have seen or you must have heard this sentence many a times in your life till now. If suppose there is a congested traffic jam or something, people are coming from this side, that side, sometimes auto drivers get inside that and get chaos, some completely congestion of traffic. So people would like to see that. Where is the traffic police? Have you heard this sentence? Many times. Where is the traffic person? Where is the traffic police? What they are doing? This is, if they are standing on the road, they are doing their duty. They have to, one of the time I have heard about that, I read the news that I really felt very happy. The traffic police personnel never being given any type of the regards, or you can say sympathy from the people. People had a feel like, okay, come on, the signal is started now. They start looking to the traffic police is not in a sympathetic way. They stood for so many hours. They stand always for so many hours, but nobody would take care. Nobody had like any feeling for their standing. So in one of the organization of youngsters, they have one day for traffic police. They have celebrated traffic police day, and especially they provided the rose flowers to all the traffic personnel on all the junctions wherever they found, and they said that thank you for regulating the traffic. Don't you feel it's a nice gesture? It's a very kind gesture. We have to sometimes think like, seriously, how many hours they stand. One of the traffic police personnel has got heart attack on the duty. It's near in Old City area only it had happened. He was in the chaos of the traffic. He started getting pain, but he ignored, because at that time it was not possible for him to leave the duty. He thought he should continue the duty, and he got the severe attack and he died on the spot. That was the, you can say, epitome of discharging the duty and responsibility. So it's not an easy task to continuously stand on the road, and that to get so much noise pollution from the horns. Everybody want to give the horns, want to honk the horns. Everybody would be wanted to rush to their destinations. In those times they have to stand, and sometimes police personnel also get into the accident, because some of them would lose control of their cars or the bikes, and they would be standing in the middle of the road. So sometimes they get dashed, they get into accidents because of the other person's folly. So that shows that we have become so careless, so like you can say ignorant for the others' values and others' responsibilities, or morally we have become so disgraceful that we never bothered about the rules. We just want to break the rules. And it has become a new cool thing to break the rules. That is not. When you break the rule, remember it out, you are not breaking the rule, you are actually not discharging your duty properly and you are misusing your right. You are misusing your right in a wrong way. You have the right to do some certain things but in a responsible manner. Instead of that, you are using it in a wrong way. So A.G. Gardner wanted to show that what are our duties, and it has continued into the further explanation for the next class. We will continue in the next class what he has mentioned many of the liberties and how people handle the liberties. So by the time read out this, we have completed the first para of the lesson and included the introduction as well. So by the next class, take care and have a nice day.